Hello, America, and welcome to Elite Weather. My name is Mr. G, your meteorologist, and now we are halfway through our work week, heading into your Wednesday tomorrow. Thanks for joining me here on this YouTube channel. Remember to leave your likes, comments, and subscribe, because we do appreciate that, especially if you enjoy what I'm saying and you find it entertaining and informative. So let's talk about that fall that we're seeing out there, and we're seeing a pretty nice fall so far. We have seen a couple of pretty significant storms move through over the last couple of weeks. Some that have produced a little bit of snow across portions of the Great Lakes and the northern plains. There is some snow already on the ground through portions of the Rockies. But for the most part, a pretty mild winter is on tap. It's been pretty warm as well. We have seen some pretty good cold snaps come through, but nothing that has really taken hold and hit us with a prolonged period of cold. And we're probably going to continue with that up and down seesaw of those temperatures out there, and we've even seen a couple of bouts of some severe weather. But one thing that's really special about the fall season is the changing of the leaves. So right now, this is a look at where some of our fall colors are across America and across the northern plains and the Great Lakes. Unfortunately, we have reached our peak already, but you're coming into your peak there across Iowa and portions of the lower portions of the Midwest through Illinois and Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania. You guys are coming into your peak season as well. You're also just about peak there in upstate New York through Vermont and New Hampshire, Maine and Massachusetts. You guys have reached your peak, unfortunately, but we are starting to see you guys hit a little bit of your peak here right along the eastern seaboard there, and we're going to be seeing those temperatures, not temperatures, but those fall colors near peak here through the Carolinas as well. But it's kind of patchy here across the south, like Georgia. So we got some green out there still across Georgia, and out to the west we have hit our peak as well. So some of those forests and fall colors have also hit their peak. But down in southern Arizona, if you still got some leaves out there, you guys are kind of patchy in California as well, and near peak there through Yosemite and Sierra Nevadas, and near peak out there in the Pacific Northwest. So we're pretty much coming to peak fall season as far as we're concerned for the fall season, and some of the places furthest to the north have already passed their peak, unfortunately. But here we are to take a look at our current satellite, and we do have that potent storm here across the Midwestern area. So we're seeing this through Arkansas, this low pressure area through Arkansas and Missouri, and into portions of Kansas and Oklahoma as well. And this storm system has produced some severe weather. We did see some tornadoes in Oklahoma and Texas yesterday. We saw at least 6 tornadoes across Oklahoma yesterday, and we're seeing showers and storms this evening down here through portions of the south, through Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, and Alabama as well, down through the Gulf Coast, as well as the western end of the Florida Panhandle is seeing those showers and thunderstorms as well. Here we are with our surface radar and the surface map in that storm system here through the south and the mid-south and through portions of the Midwest and the Great Lakes. Spreading those showers there. We're seeing those thunderstorms down in this region where you see those yellows. This is indicative of heavier rainfall, and we're seeing some heavy rain where you can see 3 to 4 inches of rain here through Tennessee, Kentucky, southern Illinois, southern Indiana as well. And we're seeing those showers back here through Missouri and northern Arkansas, eastern Iowa as well, southeastern Wisconsin, and western Michigan. We're seeing some rain showers this evening as well. Drive out west Few snowflakes up here across the northern Rockies. That right there is where Glacier National Park is. So we're seeing some snow there and some rain here through the plains of Montana. Cut Bank and Shelby, some of those towns out that way. Through central Montana, we're seeing some rain showers and some more rain showers there near Seattle and Portland in the Pacific Northwest this evening. Now, as far as our temperature change over the last 24 hours, you can see where our cold front is. You can see right in this region here from the upper Mississippi Valley through the Midwest, down through the Ozarks and the Mid-South, all the way down to the Gulf Coast of Texas and Louisiana. We're seeing temperatures drop off from 24 hours ago. We're 4 degrees cooler in Minnesota, but we're seeing 13 degrees portions of central Minnesota and as much as 12 degrees below in northern Minnesota. So we're seeing it a little bit cooler here than we saw the last 24 to 36 hours as far as high temperatures are concerned. And this is where our front is. And we're going to see this temperature profile move to the east in the days to come. But we're going to be seeing it warmer than average, or warmer than over the per the last 24 hours in the northeast, because we have that southerly flow out ahead of our advancing cold front, and we're seeing temperatures a few degrees above we were over the previous 24 hours. I'm having a hard time saying this. So the temperature change over a 24-hour period is what we're talking about here. So Monday, it is 8 degrees warmer today than we saw on Monday. So we are seeing, where it's not a minus, that means that it's either the same temperature or warmer. So we're seeing things warm up slightly here across the west over the last 24 to 36 hours. Now here we are with our current temperatures, and our current temperatures, we're seeing where our front is here through the Midwest. So we're seeing those temperatures in the 40s through Minnesota and near 50 in Wisconsin, and those 40s down through Iowa and Missouri as well, and into northern Arkansas. 50s and 60s down closer to the Gulf Coast, and we are seeing those 60s across the state of Texas. We're seeing 60s through the central and northern plains as well, but our 40s through the Rockies and those 70s down across the Southwest. But we're seeing those temperatures fall into the 50s through central California, northern California, and into the Pacific Northwest, Seattle, Portland. We're seeing those temperatures in the 50s. We're seeing the 40s inland, and then across the southeast, Florida is where we still have 80s hanging on this evening across the state of Florida. But we're seeing some 70s from Atlanta down to the Gulf Coast. But we've seen those 70s across the southeast as well, and through portions of the Appalachian mountain ranges here through Kentucky and Tennessee. We're seeing those 70s, and those 70s extend all the way up to Pennsylvania, but we're seeing those 60s and maybe some 50s and maybe even a couple 70s of the interior of the Northeast. So that is a look at the temperatures this evening. And as far as where our average highs for the month of October, we're pretty much right on par for that across the South and down in Florida. We're average temperatures right now, a little bit below right now across southern Texas, except along the immediate Gulf Coast. And we are temporarily below average here across the Great Lakes and the Midwest in this region because of that storm system. But we should be in the 60s here over a big portion of the Corn Belt, and the 50s across Minnesota and northern Wisconsin, and then across the Rockies we should see 50s across Montana and Wyoming, and 60s into the Pacific Northwest and the central Rockies, 80s down across the Southwest, and 70s over California down to the Mexican border there. So we're seeing a lot of things toward average across the western U.S., but it's a little bit cooler right now across the northern half of the nation. And here we are with our overnight low temperatures. We're going to see those temperatures in the 30s. Now, the lows are pretty much right on par where they should be across the nation for this time of the year. We're seeing those 30s here in Minnesota, and we're going to be seeing some 40s through the portions of the Midwest and the Great Lakes and the Mid-Atlantic states. But those 50s and 60s down along the Gulf Coast and 50s across the South and over the Southern Plains, we're pretty much seeing that right now. We're going to be a little bit on the warm side this weekend or this week across the Gulf Coast and the Mid-South of the lower Mississippi Valley here. All right, so here we are as we take a look at what our surface map is going to look like for your Wednesday morning. That storm system is going to be pulling out of the Great Lakes, heading up into southeastern Canada and over towards Nova Scotia, but it's still going to be around in the morning, providing some rainfall there across Indiana, Ohio, Michigan as well, and into Pennsylvania and southern Canada. So Toronto, Montreal can see some rain showers out of that, guys. A little bit on the warm side, so we're not going to really be talking about any snow, and we're going to be seeing some thunderstorms possible across the southeast along our cold front. So from South Carolina, Georgia, and portions of the Florida Panhandle, a shower and a thunderstorm is going to be possible. And in the morning, it's going to be dry out west. A few snowflakes across the northern Rockies and the Cascades in the morning, and then in the afternoon, a few more snow showers as that system comes down out of the Pacific Northwest and through the Rockies. So we're going to start to see some snow through central Colorado, Utah as well, the Wasatch Mountain Range, southwestern Montana, Wyoming, and Ohio. Idaho. We want to say Idaho. We're going to be seeing some snow and then some rain showers there right along the west coast. So Seattle and Portland is going to be seeing some rain showers and dry weather down across the southwest tomorrow. And as we look at your evening hours, again, more scattered snow showers through the Rockies and into the Pacific Northwest, and some cold rain showers right along the coast. Dry now across the southeast and the Gulf Coast. Dry now across the Great Lakes, but still a few showers hanging around across the northeast tomorrow night. All right, so here we are as we take a look at your Wednesday weather forecast. We're going to be seeing those rain showers in the northeast tomorrow, and those temperatures is going to be in the 60s, and then across the southeast, clear to partly cloudy, temperatures in the 60s as well, 70s right along the Gulf Coast, and a few 80s down there across the state of Florida tomorrow. And in the Great Lakes and the Northern Plains, temperatures in the 50s, 40s right there along the Canadian border, but mostly clear skies for your day tomorrow. And in the Pacific Northwest, we'll see some rain showers as well and cloudy skies with temperatures in the 50s in the Pacific Northwest, 40s across the Rockies, and some rain and snow showers for your day on Wednesday. Dry weather across the southwest, temperatures in the 70s, beautiful weather down across Southern California and Arizona, New Mexico, and into the state of Texas. You're going to see those 70s statewide and maybe some 60s in North Texas. All right, your Thursday forecast is as follows. Cool conditions in the Rockies with a few snow showers around, dry in the Pacific Northwest, partly mostly cloudy, temperatures in the 60s, but you're going to see those temperatures rise to the mid to upper 70s down in Southern California with mostly sunny skies across LA and about 80 there in Arizona and Phoenix with sunny skies and temperatures about 80. Down here in Texas, we're going to see those temperatures in the 70s. The Gulf Coast, 70s as well, under mostly sunny skies. Sunny across the state of Florida, a few clouds around, but that's where we're going to be seeing our 80s. We're going to be seeing our 60s through the mid-Atlantic and into the north, the Midwest, with those temperatures in the 50s in the north, down into the 60s along the mid-south, and in the northeast, those temperatures in the 60s under mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. And then finally, on Friday in the northeast, we're going to start with, on this one, temperatures in the 50s, partly cloudy conditions there, Partly cloudy in the mid-Atlantic, temperatures in the 60s to near 70s, and we're going to see our 70s across the Gulf Coast again with some rain showers, maybe some thunderstorms down in Houston, New Orleans, and San Antonio. So we do have a second storm that's going to be brewing down here across the southern plains and the south. So Dallas, Fort Worth, going to see those temperatures in the 50s with some rain showers, and we're going to be seeing some rain showers all the way over into the Gulf Coast area. In West Florida, we might see some rain showers, New Orleans as well, and then some partly cloudy skies with temperatures in the 70s and some 80s as well down across South Florida. And out west, we're going to be seeing those temperatures in the 50s in Seattle with some rain showers, cool temperatures in the 50s across the Rockies as well, some 40s in the higher elevations. But down across Southern California, a high of 76 in LA for your Friday, 80 again in Phoenix. Beautiful weather down across the Southwest as we have high pressure in that region. That is a look at your midweek forecast to get you to the end of the week, your work week. Join me on Friday as we talk about the upcoming weekend, and maybe we'll take a look at an extended map and talk about the extended forecast. My name is Mr. G. Leave your likes, comments, and feel free to subscribe. Check me out on TikTok as well, where we have daily weather videos posted every day. Sometimes there might even be two, depending on the situation. All right, see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye.